again. New Line Cagefighting 24, live at the Central Bank Arena here in beautiful Lexington, Kentucky. I am here alongside Colin Caprini, the jiu-jitsu master, the handsome man, the outside dog. How you doing, my friend?
Not too bad. Surprise jiu-jitsu referee. How did I do, Elijah?
You did excellent. I was really excited to see you in there because I knew that if you didn't do it, I'd have to do it. And I knew I wouldn't do a good job at it. So come into the ring. Come into the octagon. Stepping into the cage is a man that I have a ton of respect for. I got to interview him. Lamont Askew, Navy veteran, making his MMA debut at 34 years old.
Keaton to make his way to the octagon.
Lamont is a guy, we talked about your teammate Bobby Johnson, who's fighting later on the card. We talked about these guys who transitioned from the military lifestyle into combat sports. Here's one of them, and he talks about his training with such a precision. He's taken everything so seriously. He's got such a good support system. I really expect him to look good. I have no idea. I've never seen him compete before. I haven't seen any training, but just judging by his attitude toward the sport, I had a ton of respect for him. He's got several small businesses. He's always doing something. He's just a guy who you can tell he's a hustler.
I was very impressed with, I got the chance to listen to his interview with Keith and you guys on the New Line podcast. And those military guys, yeah, they learn very early. You can do anything if you spend time to learn it, and if you follow a process. That's how everything's in the military set up, right? There's a handbook, and there's a process you follow to qualify for whatever. These guys take that learning style, and they transition it to MMA. And not only do they have the discipline, but they have a knowledge of how to get good at things and what kind of discipline it takes to get good at things. That's one of the most important aspects of mixed martial arts.
You know, I think this is our first ever Navy versus Navy fight. We've got Lamont, retired Navy, with Walker Keaton, newly enlisted Navy officer, or not officer. I'm probably giving him too much credit there. Anyway, Walker Keaton, Reaction MMA. We've already seen a lot of these guys on the grappling card today. One of the premier gyms in Lexington, Kentucky, under Rob Nickerson. These guys are the real deal.
I was very impressed with Rob's coaching. You can tell as a ref, when you get to hear people coaching who's giving the right bits of advice. And you can tell Rob knows what he's doing, so he's got a good base over here.
Walker Keaton is 5'8". He has a 2-1 amateur MMA record. Looks like his last loss was a KO in the second round, but before that, he'd won both of his fights by guillotine choke.
He certainly looks like a fellow that's built for guillotine chokes. He's got the traps and the upper body strength.
Out of the blue side of the octagon, coming in at 0 wins, 0 losses, Lamont Askew. Before we get started, this will be a light heavyweight MMA bout, 205 pounds, 3 rounds, 3 minutes, and his opponent, representing the red side of the octagon, coming in at 2 wins and 1 loss, Walker Keaton.
And it says a lot about Lamont. He's a guy who's willing to step into his debut fighting a guy with 3 fights. You don't see that often. You typically see guys looking for the easiest fight they can find when they're making that debut.
And just by judging his expressions here in the cage, he looks calm, cool, and collected. He doesn't look overwhelmed by the moment. He looks ready.
That's that military experience again. I see the same thing in Bobby Johnson. That guy's he's a combat veteran.
When you've been in real combat, being in the cage is not really that scary. Sometimes we like to hype it up and make it sound cooler than it is, but...
Well, it makes us feel better about ourselves.
That's true.
But these are the real heroes. And they touch gloves, and we are underway.
Telegraph!
Walker.
Counter!
Askew coming out with that Philly shell style, really low lead hand. He could pay for that, and there he eats a right hand because of it.
Take down! Squeeze!
And
we see Keaton in on a single. Now he's got him on his back.
And Askew's hanging onto that guillotine. His corner's yelling squeeze, but he's not got anything there.
Yeah, and in fact, if Walker's able to clear that arm, we're in danger of your favorite, the Von Flue choke.
And there he does. And we might see some trouble here for Lamont. He looks like he doesn't have much grappling experience.
We see him trying to turn in and trying to get back to Turtle and build up a base underneath of him. He needs to get his knees underneath of him.
Matt Jones taking a real close look, and that's it. And it looks like Lamont has a shoulder injury here, real bad. He may have popped that shoulder out of place on the takedown.
Beautiful work by Walker Keaton. Smooth entry into that single leg, set him down with his back flat against the cage. If you're going to have somebody side control, generally you want to try to keep their back away from the cage because they'll be able to use their feet to walk away. But Lamont seemed like I'm not sure when he incurred that shoulder injury. That's a terrible feeling. I've had that myself, dislocated a shoulder very early in a fight. But Walker Keaton did a beautiful job.
Your winner of the first bout of the night, TKO stoppage, due to strikes, 56 seconds into the first round. Your winner, Walker Keaton!
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my man Walker Keaton! My friend, you couldn't have made it look easier. Got the takedown, got some beautiful ground and pound, put him away. How you feeling right now?
Man, I feel good. I came out here, I listened to my corner. I didn't want to fight like a dog, I wanted to fight like a champion. I came out here, I took care of business. It was simple as that. We got guys who were actually fighting all night. I came out first as a leader to set the tone. You're gonna see us sweep the night.
Now I've just got one last question for you. Where are your sunglasses?
Dude, I think I left them in the car.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for a dangerous man, Walker Keaton!
Thank you.